Hello everyone and welcome to my session. In today's topic I will be covering variables in Java. What is a variable first? Let's understand the definition. Variable is nothing but the main name of the reserved area allocated in the memory, or in a simple word I can say variable is a name of the memory location. It acts as a container which holds the value while the Java program is executed. So if I explain you, this is nothing but our huge memory, okay, and then we have a reserved space which is known as a variable, okay. And the third point is every variable is assigned data types which decides the type and the quantity of a value it can hold. So let's not understand in detail what is data type. So I will be covering exactly in the next session what is data type in detail, so don't worry about that. But first understand what is variable concept, okay. So in order to use a variable or to create a variable in a program, we need to perform two steps. First, variable declaration and variable initialization. Let me explain this variable concept, okay, in by writing the syntax. So I have created a class name as a variable concept. Now, what is the variable declaration syntax? When I say variable declaration, so the syntax like this: data type, we have to write first data type, then we have to write the variable name. The name should be unique, okay, and then semicolon. This is known as a or syntax for the variable declaration. In Java we have the different data types like integer, float, string, character, and as I said we will be covering the next session, so we will be more focusing on the variable concept for this particular session. uh, so data type, let's take the example of integer and you can give the variable name, okay. So let me take the variable name as a count and then semicolon, okay. So this is example of variable declaration. Now what is a variable initialization? When I say variable initialization, then I have to give some value to it, or I have to assign a valid value to it. So let's take an example, the count is 10, okay. So this whole statement is nothing but variable declaration plus initialization, okay. So when I write this, our memory will get allocated with variable name as count, okay, and it will hold the value of 10, okay. So that's why it is known as a container which holds a value, okay. Now this is about variable declaration and initialization. Now let's move on the further and let's understand what are the types of variables. Now we have local variables, instance variable, and static variable. So let's understand in very detail. So I have written a program to understand the type of variables. So first is static variable, okay. This particular variable always starts with the keyword static, okay. That's why it is known as a static variable. So this is the variable declaration, and this variable we are declaring with keyword as a static. We can create a single copy of this static variable and we can share it among all the instances of the class, okay. So this is known as static variable. Then we have the local variable, okay. So I have to explain that I have created a method, and inside the method I have declared one variable and I have initialized with 20. So this is known as a local variable. So what is a local variable? A variable declared inside the body of the method is called as a local variable. We can use this variable only in that method, like other methods in the class, even not aware this variable is exist, okay, because it is not visible to the outside of this method, okay. Then we have instance variable. This is known as a instance variable. Why it is known as instance variable? Because this variable is declared inside the class, okay, inside the class, but outside the method of the body. Okay, so that's what is known as an instance variable, and it is should not be declared with the keyword static. Even both, even local variable also should not declare or should not be used static keyword. Okay, it is called as an instance variable because value is instance specific and it is not sharing among the other instances. Okay, so these are the types of variables we have. So I hope you have understood what is variables program. We need to declare a variable, we need to initialize the variable, and then we have the three types of variables. So thank you so much for this session. In the next session, we will be covering the data types.